fucking thing sucks!
Där rasismen och antifeminismen hänger ihop.
Mi volt ez a pusztító alfáriság?
Hello everyone, this is the Hungry Cube here, and I'm here to talk about Rogue One, and a little bit about the state of the Star Wars franchise in general. But first, Rogue One. Now the movie itself was definitely a major improvement over Episode 7. I mean, at least it had its own story. However, I would still not call this movie good. And here's why. First of all, the characters. Now, there is no problem with having female characters in main roles, but why do you have to write them so poorly? I mean, Rey was the most perfect human being in the entire universe, and now Jyn is the most blank and boring person I've ever seen. She has absolutely no personality. Do you know what her character development looks like? It's basically, I don't give a shit about the galaxy. They killed my father. Okay, now I give a shit about the galaxy. And by the way, on that note, dear Disney, would you please, for the love of God, stop killing everybody's parents? Is this some sort of fetish of yours? It's extremely disturbing to see this Disney cartoon element in Star Wars. Fuck you. Anyway, moving on. The rest of the main cast is also terrible. There's just too many of them and there is absolutely no room for character development. And all of them die at the end of the movie, so why the fuck should I even give a shit about them? And by the way, Disney is yet again trying to virtue signal the entire world how progressive and non-racist they are. But if that's the case, why would you have your main Asian character be a complete Chinese stereotype? This is Star Wars, not Jackie Chan. There is no need for the Chinese guy to do Kung Fu. And they also try to establish this kind of mystery, like, oh, does he have the Force, or does he not have the Force? Oh my god, it's so interesting. It doesn't work, and it's extremely annoying to have him chant that stupid line all the time. And then there is Saw Gerrera, who's just this crazy guy in the first half of the movie, and you just look at him like, was this really necessary? Did Star Wars really miss this Frankenstein-like character? And his death makes absolutely no sense. There was no need for him to sacrifice himself. It was just a lazy way of getting rid of the character for the rest of the movie. Anyway, moving on. Director Krennic. Yet again, the trailer lied. It promised us a badass new dark side character. And yet again, we got this whiny bitch underdog. In most of the movie, he's just whining about how Tarkin is taking over his project, and it's so sad, and please waiter help me. Oh yeah, and Darth Vader. It was completely unnecessary for them to include him in the movie. But if they were, it would have made sense for him to be more involved in the story. Like this, it's just nostalgia baiting, and that's it. That disgraceful scene. Darth Vader does not do puns. This man lost everything. He lost all his limbs, his body is severely burned. He's not your typical Disney villain. So fuck you. You have absolutely no respect for Star Wars. Now, on the topic of nostalgia baiting, it was yet again disgusting. You've shoehorned in stuff that had absolutely no sense of being there. Like the blue milk, Dr. Evazan, R2 and 3PO, and K2 obsessed with the odds all the time, which by the way ruined the only likable new character in the movie. Now to be fair, there were some stuff that made sense, like Red Squadron and Red 5 getting killed. And a lot of people like to hate on Tarkin because his face was animated, but I think they've done a pretty good job with it. and it made sense for his character to be there. And unlike Vader, they've actually treated his character with the proper respect that his character deserves. And to me, every moment he was on screen were some of the most enjoyable parts of the movie. Anyway, back to why the movie sucked. Nothing makes sense. We have all these new stormtroopers, new ships, AT-ATs, aliens, and I just can't help but think, where the fuck do these things disappear? I mean, we are right before episode 4. So where did all these things go? And yet again, you guys have no idea how to create a universe. We have all these new planets, and they are boring. They're completely lifeless. They're just random places where the story takes place. I mean, I feel like I'm in a theater and not in the universe of Star Wars. And by the way, the replacement mentality is still there. I feel like the reason that they have all this nostalgia baiting in the movies is so that you wouldn't notice that what they are replacing your beloved universe with is complete garbage. And then there is the rebellion. What a bunch of pussies! Is this really the rebellion I knew from the original trilogy? The whole point of the rebellion is to fight the Empire against all odds. But instead, now we have these bunch of cowards around the table, debating if they should just surrender. I mean, come on! You guys are the rebellion. When you're informed that the Empire has a superweapon, your question is not how to surrender, your question is how to destroy it. And after they've deemed the attack on Scarif too risky, it makes absolutely no sense for them to then go ahead and attack Scarif. It's stupid and it's bullshit. The movie does not feel like Star Wars. There's hardly anything that Disney produces that feels like Star Wars. The only thing left is Star Wars Rebels, and I think that's only thanks to Dave Filoni. And even that is tainted by these stupid Disney boardroom decisions. Today, Disney does not care about what's actually popular. Instead, they want to dictate what's popular. Yes, I'm talking about you, you annoying sacks of shit. I do not give a shit about Kitster. Stop trying to make him look cool. He's a boring ass, no-name fucking character, so why the fuck are you trying to shove him down my throat? What Disney has done to the franchise so far is disgraceful. A lot of people say that they want more Old Republic era content, but I can only hope that they do not touch that part of Star Wars, because that is my favorite era and I do not trust Disney to do anything with it, because all we're gonna get is a truckload of shit with some bits and pieces of nostalgia. So yeah, I gave Disney one last chance. If episode 8 sucks, then I'm not going to the cinema anymore. Oh, don't worry, I will watch your movies to criticize them, but I will not spend my money in the cinema. Anyway, this was all I had to say. I was the Hungry Cube. Fuck Disney. Comment, share, like, dislike, subscribe, or whatever the fuck you want. Best wishes, and fuck off.